Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews. Today I am doing a Chardonnay toasted head. Can you see it? It's got a bear with fire shooting out of its mouth. That's the label. I paid $8.07. That's not a lot for this. The reason they call it toasted head, it's actually toasted head barrel aged. So what they do is they take their wine and they, the head of the barrel, what they call toast it, which is char it. And then they put the wine in there, and much like bourbon, that's what gives a lot of flavor to it. That toasting it brings out the sugar in the wood, imparts a lot of flavors, They also char some of the staves as well, and they use Eastern European, French, and American oak. And 10% of their wine they do in a second fermentation, malolactic fermentation, which imparts a buttery taste to it. Some people do 100% when they make Chardonnay. Some don't do it at all. Most do. They do 10%. So they're playing around, they're fooling around. They source 70-something% of their grapes from their own vineyard. The rest they get outside of it. It's 14% ABV. This is a 2015 Chardonnay. Now, what's an interesting experiment to do, and I've done it, but I don't know if I've done it for the show. I'm going to have to look and see for the channel. But you can do it, and I'm going to do it, is to get a oaked Chardonnay, a Chardonnay that is aged in an oak barrel, and one that is aged in stainless steel, and compare the difference. That's a fun thing to do if you're a nerd like me. Anyway, this is California Chardonnay, and for $8.07, let's see what we got. I already opened it last night, right? But I said, gotta make a review in the morning with this. But I wanted a wine and didn't feel like doing a review last night, so you'll notice something's missing. Let's get a look at this wine. The wine is a dark yellow, which I expect it to be darker because of the charred oak. The oak itself will impart a color, and of course the char will. That's what makes, like I said, whiskey go from crystal clear to amber to almost dark brown. So let's give it a smell. See what we got. You all like Chardonnay? Yes, no, sometimes. It's got a combination, and everybody's going to be a little different, but I always think I hit stuff that most people are going to get. I'm getting pear, apple, lemon. Some people might get peach, or it's hard to say, but that's what I'm getting. And if you're familiar with the smell of wood, fresh cut wood, it's got that in there. So there's some nice fruits coming out of here. I'm not going to name them all. Everybody will get some, but you're going to get a fruit smell, right? Particular to you. I think you will anyway. And you might get some wood. I said this is 14%, right? ABV. Same beds. Usually 12.5, 13.5, so 14. You know, 1.5%, I have to say, of ABV. It could go either way. Okay, that's not an exact science, but it's a whole nother show. A little butteriness, and there's something else. No, I hate when that happens. It's like a familiar smell I can't put my finger on. It drives me crazy. Alright, this is a little cold. You can see that it's, because I'd rather make things a little cold and let them warm up than warmer, and then what do? And while we're waiting for this to warm up a little, I'll point out that when I get done with this, I have to shave. A couple days, right? I have my days off here, and I let myself go. Alright, so it's a pleasant smell. You get a little oak. You know, you get a little, you get the fruits. You'll get some fruits out of it. I'm getting apple, pear, and a little lemon. And you might get some other stuff out of it, you know? Maybe that smells the toast of the wood. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, if you try it, you always come back here and comment. Because I'm always interested to see what other people are doing. Let's try it. Right, so I'm getting apple. I'm getting a little lemon / grapefruit. I always get that. I almost always get that in white wine. Get that little bitter aftertaste of the grapefruit. I'm getting the oak, but the good news is it's not overpowering, because there's nothing worse than hiding something behind oak. You hear people talk about complexity of wine. It's different flavors and different things layered. So you have the taste of the wine, and then you put it in oak and you toast it, and you get some other flavors, and it starts to become what they call complex. So as far as aging this wine, and this is a 2015, you don't want to age it. It's a Chardonnay, but it's got a 14% ABV, which is not bad, and the fact that it's been in oak adds a little bit of tannin to it, which both tannin and alcohol are two of the things that preserve, a wine. There's other things, but that's two things that it has. So 15, it's already 4 years old, but that's fine. The cork, which is in the other room, was a natural cork with a little wax ring on top, which was kind of cool. It was either wax or some type of synthetic substance to kind of keep the air out. So that was interesting. But a little bit of air seeping through on certain wine could be a good thing, because that micro air helps age it in a positive way. Again, it's kind of another show. Just things go through my little head. Let's forget that. All right, so anyway, we tasted it, we smelled it, right? Changes as it warms up, you know. Anyway, I go say, so it's not over oak. I think that's right. And I like that, because I don't like people hiding things. I can make anything, you know, just oak the hell out of it, and that's what it tastes like. And it could be crap that's oaked, right? It's like food. Put a bunch of salt in it if you screw it up, or a bunch of sugar, and somebody will like it. It's bullshit crap. You got to have the other subtle flavors. And I'm getting that here. I'm getting the oak, but I'm getting the fruit. It almost tastes like an apple pie. The only thing this thing's lacking is a little cinnamon taste. Now, on some wines, you know, I have one called apple pie. I'm not sure, I might have done a review on it, or I have it downstairs, where they have a white wine. They actually add, I think, some apple juice and some cinnamon flavor, and it tastes like an apple pie. This one's more of a subtle. You really have to pick these flavors out, because this is coming from the esters and the yeast and stuff like that, and not really artificial flavor being put in. I like it better like this. Some people like the other. It's fine. You put it over ice, you drink it. We'll get into that right now. But I try and, appreciate everything, all right? Everything. Appreciate it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just relax. Some people like things. Let people get so crazy, right? They get crazy with themselves. Don't get crazy with yourself, right? Let everybody enjoy what they enjoy. All right, so we got that kind of a vanilla-y apple, a little bit of grapefruit lemon at the end, a little bit of yeasty, like kind kind of like subtle apple strudel, vanilla apple strudel, no cinnamon, and a little bit of oak in there. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying, especially for $8.07, what I paid for, it's a very good wine. Now, go good with anything with a white cream sauce. I'm thinking Alfredo spaghetti. What's that other, that Salisbury steak with the white sauce would be good. Grilled chicken, yeah, some seafood, experiment around. Anyway, that's just my opinion. It didn't say on here what they suggest, but Chardonnay, you can Google it. Thanks for watching. I like the flavors. I like the subtle flavors in here and the smell, and for the price, I think it's a good one. So, from Hillbilly Select Reviews, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Now I'm going to go shave.